Hello, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. So let's go ahead and see which zodiac sign needs the next reading. Okay, I think I'm going to do Sagittarius actually. Let's just dive in right away for Sagittarius energies. Sagittarius, people and placements, what are the energies? Actually, they're guiding me to a different deck. We have healing, so you can see there's a cat there cutting off the head of a snake. It looks like she's wearing like hot peppers. So boundaries or advocating for yourself could be important at this time. There could be something about, there's something about your intuition maybe, or dealing with very strong, powerful people or characters. Let's grab some tarot. Sagittarius energies. God, my finger is hurting like crazy. So maybe you're like overworking, overwriting. You could be contemplating future plans. You could be worried about some kind of like malicious intent or people around you. There could be a need to slow down as well. These could be people that are rushing you. This could be something about a commitment or a Taurus or something to do regarding your finances. You could be beginning to see something more clear, especially regarding your choices or options. You could be like coming to grips with something. But as you do this, you come out of any kind of like stagnancy, sadness, depression, or like I feel like you're really understanding something. You're beginning to understand something. This could be regarding who you work with, how you work with people, your money. This could be about your independence, like how important your independence is, or becoming more emotionally stable or financially stable as well. All right, so this could be definitely about self-esteem, self-value, self-love. Sagittarius, messages for Sagittarius. The Veil, interesting. Third Harvest in the reverse. Let's see. You are being guided to be better prepared. Now is not the time to act impulsively. Your situation needs a plan of action, or you may need to learn some new skills. So you could be like developing a new skill. Perhaps you need further advice or time to see if this is something that you truly want. Interesting. Be sure to know your stuff before making a move. This could be about money. This could be like a new opportunity in money. It looks like your ancestors are watching over you. You could feel quite angry these days, or there could be something about anger that's causing like a sense of needing to reevaluate things. Let's continue. I feel like your reading is quite abstract, Sagittarius. You could be trying to fix a problem regarding your finances or people involved in your finances, what to do with finances. You could be listening very intently. Yeah, being very shrewd, being very stealthy. There's something about being careful about strengthening something is what I want to say. A chain of events that'll affect your life. Interesting. You could feel chained up as well. You could have been dealing with somebody quite stupid, or there could be like a situation that requires careful skills or diplomacy. Sagittarius. Solid foundation, success with effort. Sagittarius. You could be dealing with maybe a man that has a darker element to them, or complexion or tone. This could be there could be something you're realizing is like not worth being invested in. Interesting. Yeah, dark man on the bottom of the deck. Maybe you're realizing what you actually want to make yourself feel good. You could be working on your career. I'm seeing you tuning within as well, like not caring what other people think or say. I'm going to get you advice action cards, actually. Okay. Sagittarius actions for Sagittarius. Be open to receiving the healing and nurturing you need. And we have reach out to others with love and compassion. Yeah, there's something about seeing something clearly. What is the advice? There could be like an element of understanding some things. You're able to make a better judgment call on it. This could be a huge decision in your life. This could be something regarding power, money, or intimacy. This could involve a few people in your life. There could be some level of protection as well that you're receiving, or you need to be receiving. Yeah, there's something about tuning in to this as well. This somehow allows you to like clearly cut through something maybe. Yeah, it's like you're leaving something behind in one shape or form to establish some kind of peace. Interesting. Yeah, this could be like disconnecting from people that you don't like or get along with. Okay, let's move on to another deck. There's something about your, like, you could be like pulling out of something or away from something, leaving something behind because you're not happy about it. So you're looking to the future, and you could be changing your mind about your future, what you want in your future. Could have been dealing with somebody very narcissistic. I mean, King of Swords, Emperor reversed, Knight of Pentacles reversed. Interesting. This could be a Gemini or somebody local to you. There could be an ending here. Yeah, like look at this, right? You could be taking some time out this weekend to like recuperate. I keep seeing the Queen of Wands in the reverse, so you could be slowing down communication entirely so that you're holding back. You could be seeing something more clearly, something that's unjust, not fair, something that has been worth the struggle. It's like you're beginning to cut something away. It's like you're beginning to understand something, which allows you to release something, actually come to this Ace of Pentacles energy, this kind of stability that you're seeking to heal something. That's interesting. Let's see what else we get. Let's grab one more time. Sagittarius, mischiefs. New job or career, okay. You could be reevaluating something. Take care, enemies are working against you. Sorrow. You could be enjoying your time. I feel like there's something either of a maturity. I don't know. We're going to move on to some extra messages. I think I'm going to do one of these. No, do one of these. Sagittarius. Oh, the siren, all right. Zoroastrianism could be something here. It's like moving out of a place of stagnancy. That's what I'm seeing. But let's continue. Maybe we'll grab some of these. Sagittarius. Someone here could be very talented or unique. But this is causing like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just getting weird energy. I mean, we do have the moon quincunx the sun today, right? So there could be something about holding back speech, though, and this could be because of a lack of respect or Sagittarius. The tier, Sagittarius people, and placements. The stone, the unseen. Okay, I'm going to pull. There's something about following your instincts, maybe. A vision, interesting. Sagittarius advice. We the Hathors. I opened right to it, basically. Birth is a portal that ushers in new life. The Hathors are here to remind you you're a child of the cosmic mother and you're being called to be held by her deep, never-ending love and embrace. This is a tender, nourishing card reminding you to receive the deep, deep love of mother's embrace. The Hathors knew that the journey on earth can be rocky and lonely at times, but you're reminded to rest more deeply in the mother's arms. This card is extreme potency of femininity, of creation and birth. You're being called to mother yourself and others too, to surrender to your sacred femininity. So that could be about pulling away, right? Nourishing water. I would say cleansing the waters, right? Purifying them, protecting them. You're being called to remember your place in the web of life and to realize the cosmic mother is watching you every step of the way. You may be going through a transition right now, moving from one way of being to another, so you're being reminded that you're cradled in a sacred container, that you're more held than you could possibly imagine. And you have access to more love than your heart can bear. If you're struggling in any way, you're being reassured that things will work out. Open yourself to receiving the overflowing love of Cosmic Mother, flooding you toward from every direction. Let it stretch your heart. This could be regarding work, health matters. I'm going to pull some juicy messages. We have all paths lead home, so there could be something about taking some time out this weekend. We do have really intense energy tomorrow with the full moon building on Monday. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within, right? So maybe we'll read that one as well. All paths lead home. Open to it. Okay, it's normal to look at the external world for answers and guidance. What's revolutionary is turning your gaze inwards. You're being called to source your guidance from within, to study the terrain of your inner landscape, to develop a reliable relationship with your soul. The more time you spend connecting with your soul, the deeper the connection becomes. The challenge for empaths is staying connected without cutting off from the world. The best way to do this is to develop a daily practice that helps you keep checking in. So maybe you need to take time out for those hobbies or whatever you do to draw with the wisdom from within and let that be the authority in your life. If this card appears, you may be called to develop or switch up your spiritual practice to get in the habit of turning your gaze within, getting centered for the day before consuming anything from the outside world. To start with a feeling of homeness throughout each day, you find simple ways to keep coming home. This doesn't mean switching off from the realities of today's world. We need as many conscious people as possible living with their eyes wide open. Rather, it's a call to start your day from a place of connectedness, grace, and devotion. So when you go out in the world and when you let the world in, you do it from an unshakable state of being, a state where you draw your strength, authority, guidance, and a place deep, deep within. Wow. This could be about taking power back. This could be about intimacy or trauma responses, Sagittarius. Patience could be a virtue here, Sagittarius. I'm going to move this out of the way. Sagittarius. Something about assert. I saw assert boundaries or something. Maybe there's something about asserting yourself more, especially if you're too generous or kind or open or giving. Or we have love bombing you in the past position, so that could have been happening. If you don't agree on a lot of things with someone, detach. Respect yourself, right? So you can see in this card she's kind of running away. 1 year can ruin your life. 1 year can make your life. Choose wisely, right? So acknowledging the truth makes you strong. We did see something about seeing something clearly, cutting through something. Planned murder, okay, so somebody could have, I'm getting like insurance claim. I think you are caring, or this could be a metaphor. Yeah, this person could think you're very caring. Peaceful work environment, so that could be something that you're in creating or is important to you. Don't get emotionally involved at work. Gossip. Interesting. So there's something about cutting off from others as well. It could be important, or establishing better boundaries, let go of opportunists. So this could be somebody who is using you or trying to gain from you, threatened by your ambition. This could be people around you. Your energy knocks their mask off. You could be very authentic, or it's important that you stay in your own energy constantly, that you keep coming home, right? You are going through a healing process, right? So you could have been dealing with something quite toxic, end it with grace. So there's a need to kind of detach and disconnect. You do not resonate with them. So there could be some need to like contemplate, just the basics of what this reading means and who you are surrounded with. I mean, this is pretty clear cut. So let's see if we have any extra last messages. Sagittarius energies. Oh, jeez. We have quitting smoking or just reduce. So you could be paying attention to your smoking habits these days. Sagittarius energies. Sagittarius energies. Cancer 22. So it's very homey, I'm sure. Breathing exercises could be important or useful. Oh, okay. There could be a lot of things happening around you as well at this time, like disruptions, distractions, horrible sounds. Maybe there's construction going on. Okay, Cancer 22. A young woman awaiting a sailboat. A young woman is seen awaiting a sailboat. She has hopes in mind that something special will either arrive or happen in some way. So something about the wind, maybe, or using transits or timing. There is a strong sense that some ideal she's hoping for will come to her if she waits long enough. Often there's delight in looking forward to a particular pleasure or event. So I mean, maybe you have plans for next weekend. However, sometimes it feels like one's ship will never come in. The young woman can be left waiting for a long time. I think I mentioned patience in this reading. She may miss other aspects of her life by not paying attention to what's readily available. Interesting. Viewed positively, the waiting can lead to a pleasurable anticipation of what or who may arrive, and there was something about planning or preparing or seeing, like waiting for the future. Sometimes we actually vicariously enjoy it in advance, dreaming of what rewards may come. Interesting. You may need to be patient and confident that what you want will come to you. However, there is a warning not to become dependent on an unreliable outcome. Also, if you are constantly looking out, then you're probably not spending enough time looking back or inwardly at things you already possess or have access to. People dream of the perfect partner suddenly appearing or the big win in the lottery that rescues them from their problems or dull lives. The outcome may prove to be less than imagined. So that's interesting. Um, Often, the more we look forward to something, the less we enjoy it when it actually arrives. Bearing that in mind, we should draw to ourselves the things we truly desire through positive affirmations and a determined focus on a desired outcome. Clear the barnacles off your sailboat, the remnants of the past, so that a new life, love, and spirit can come to you. It is the level of confidence that supports our waiting that can determine the success of the outcome. When the tide changes, your ship may very well come in. Make sure you are rowing your own boat and steering your own course. Keywords: waiting for one ship to come in, escapist fantasies that rob everyday life, travel, and the longing for escape. Some of you have plans to travel, living in the future versus being in the present and now, in the here and now. Nervous anticipations, maybe you feel anxiety. Leaving things to chance. Believing that things will come eventually. Opportunism, rocking someone's boat, expectant waiting, constant looking to the horizon. Tides, creating a safe harbor. Caution, the bubble bursting, waiting for Mr. and Mrs. Perfect, ignoring what's readily available, longing for that which may never come. Missed opportunities, or missing opportunities, always looking over one's shoulder, seeking better things. Boredom with one's life, escapism, possibilities that are never good enough. Pining for the unattainable, not taking life on, delusions of grandeur, things always being better tomorrow. So we love it to expect, and when expectation is either disappointed or gratified, we want to again be expecting. The real voyage of discovery consists in not exploring new landscapes, but in having new eyes. You can't cross the sea merely by standing and staring at the water. Don't let yourself indulge in vain wishes. How much human life is lost in waiting? If your ship doesn't come in, swim out to it. Fortune brings in some boats that are not steered. Every ship is a romantic object, except that which we sail in. Everything you want is out there waiting for you to ask. Everything you want also wants you, but you have to take action to get it. Okay, I feel like I'm gonna pull another one just for extra clarity here. Sagittarius messages, Sagittarius. Quite a few, quite a few. Okay, let's just quickly see Libra 30. 3 mounds of knowledge on a philosopher's head. And still they gazed, and still the wonder grew that one small head could carry all he knew. What if everything is an illusion and nothing exists? In that case, I definitely overpaid for my carpet. What if nothing exists and we're on somebody's dream? Or what's worse, what if only that fat guy in the third row exists? I don't know why we are here. Philosophers have merely interpreted the world. The point is to change it. Plato was a bore. I have tried to in my time to be a philosopher, but I don't know how cheerfulness was always breaking in. Interesting. Well, I'm just going to continue. Pisces 25. The purging of priesthood. So a lot of spiritual energy here, that's for sure. Leo 6 came out. An old-fashioned conservative woman is confronted by an up-to-date girl. Interesting. So maybe there's like something about the past and yet the future also like coinciding or meeting. A butterfly emerging from a chrysalis. So that's very symbolic, definitely. This is the time when those new young births are being grown, right? I do not know whether I was a man dreaming I was a butterfly or whether I am now a butterfly dreaming I am a man. So maybe that's kind of, maybe you're learning about reincarnation or near-death experiences and other lives. With each passage of human growth, we must shed a protective structure like a hardy crustacean. We are left exposed and vulnerable yet, but also yeasty and embryonic, again, capable of stretching in ways we hadn't known before. The butterfly becomes only when it's entirely ready. So it's something about timing, like waiting for the right timing. There's nothing in a caterpillar that tells you it's going to be a butterfly. It takes courage to push yourself to places that you've never been before, to test your limits, to break through barriers. And one day, when the risk it took to remain tight inside the bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. So long as a person is capable of self-renewal, they are a living being. So this is about the continual expansion of the universe, the continual change of the universe, and how reincarnation works and all that. But I'll leave that up to you guys. Interesting philosophic reading for sure. Let's grab some last messages. Sagittarius last messages before we end this for Sagittarius. What do we have? We have guard your energy. So you could be that kind of protection around you, especially from people that are trying to like lure you in or love bomb you or something like that. Stop choosing bad partnerships. And we have what belongs to you comes to you. So you need not worry, right? So I'm going to end on that note. I feel like there is an opportunity here. There's some kind of new Ace of Pentacles opportunity here. Maybe we'll pull a last witchy oracle here. Sagittarius advice. Indulgence here. So there could be a need to kind of, you are worthy of every desire, every dream. Demand what is yours, demand what you need. So that's a very great card to get, I think. Let's go ahead and read. We have vision. So vision has come out quite a few times here now, I think. Let's see. Self-worth. Okay. You could be letting go of something. Beltane is a natural time of indulgence when the earth offers a feast for both eyes and stomachs. The spring comes alive and expands and bursts of colors and blooms. Like Mother Earth, you too come alive when you indulge yourself. Indulgence doesn't necessarily mean eating an entire box of chocolates, though sometimes this can be maybe required. The most productive way to indulge yourself is to acknowledge your worth and needs. So I did see something about like a new self-value or self, like savings, money, kind of self-love. Demand what is yours by giving to yourself first. So this is the time to really only put yourself first, nothing and nobody else. You always put others before yourself. You're working hard to fulfill someone else's dreams rather than your own. Do you stifle your own desires in favor of someone else's? Your dreams, needs, and desires matter just as much as anyone else's, even more, because they are waiting patiently within your heart, waiting for you to find the time and space to bring them to life. Very interesting reading. I'm going to end it there. I might do a bonus later. But please hit like, subscribe. You can get a personal use in the Buy Me a Coffee link or leave a tip through there. Good luck. Take care.